Welcome into episode 27 of Breaker Banter. Very excited to bring on our first rookie, DonHeaven Veilleux, to the podcast here momentarily. A tough weekend for the Breakers last weekend on Law Enforcement Weekend. Huge shout out to everybody that came out to support on Friday night. We had our biggest crowd, 2,654, and you could hear it. There was a different atmosphere, a different environment, and we really enjoyed having you guys. So thanks so much for coming out. A 7-2 loss on Friday for the Breakers, followed by an 8-4 loss on Saturday, first against Columbus and then against Baton Rouge. There will be a few more matchups with those opponents, so still more to look forward to. This upcoming weekend, it'll actually be a Thursday-Friday series against the Topeka Scarecrows. So on Thursday, 7 o'clock puck drop against Topeka, and on Friday, 7 o'clock puck drop once again. On Friday, the first 2,000 fans that enter at the south entrance will receive free Mardi Gras beads courtesy of the Lazy Oak in Ocean Springs. We'll also have our Crew of Breakers specialty jersey auction after the game on Friday. So another great chance to get in the Mardi Gras spirit, get inside Breaker Bay, and take home some memorabilia after the show. But that just about wraps it up. We're going to bring DonHeaven in for our Meat and Potatoes interview right here on Breaker Banter. Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi. And we welcome you back to Breaker Banter. My name's Devin Dobek. I'm joined by DonHeaven Veilleux live at the Hard Rock Cafe in Biloxi. Don, welcome to the show. Happy to have you on with us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, Don, I always kick it off. I want to know the roots. So, growing up in New Brunswick, how did you begin your hockey journey?
So, my dad used to be a general manager for this little arena in San Francisco, close to Edmundston. So every day, I'd be there with him, and he'd just bring me on the ice, have a little fun. He'd be working, I'd be on the ice. So that's how it started, yeah.
So you mentioned your father, but did you have any other big influences early on? Coaches, parents, people that inspired you to get to where you are today?
I for sure did. Unfortunately, I can't really think about it right now.
If it was your pops, it's your pops.
Yeah, my dad's been really there for me, and I can never thank him enough. So.
Well, I'm sure he really appreciates that. We know you have a ton of family back home always cheering you on. They're commenting in French, so I typically have to translate it so I can see what they're trying to say to you, but it's typically a lot of good things. Nice to have that support coming from home. But what was your favorite NHL team growing up, and did you have a favorite player that you looked up to?
My favorite team, well, I didn't really have to pick it. My dad used to be a really big Nordique fan, so growing up, we watched a lot of Colorado Avalanche. Well, we didn't watch a lot, but if we did watch some hockey, it was from that team. My favorite player when I was actually pretty young. I was like 5 to 10 years old. I was Alexander Ovechkin, and after that, it was Nathan McKinnon. I love watching that guy now. It's unbelievable how great he is and stuff. And yeah, I could definitely learn a couple things about him. He's a great player, and he's fast. He's big.
Yeah.
He's not scared to get into the dirty areas.
Yeah, and Ovi, I mean, what a treat he is.
Yeah.
Just a complete entertainer. His entire persona is just awesome, and now the greatest goal scorer of all time. But from 2017 to 2019, that's where we'll pick it up. You played for the Moncton Scorpions U15 team. You logged 63 goals and 45 assists across 50 games for them. Did this help you develop a confidence early on in your career that hockey could take you somewhere, having such success on the score sheet at a young age?
It definitely brought a bit of confidence. Honestly, that's the minor team. I wanted to be on the major team. I wanted to prove some people wrong. I think I did, and for sure that brought me over here now. I mean, for the next teams, for the next year, I played for what did I play next year?
U16 AAA team during the COVID year. So that was an interesting one.
Yes.
Let's shift gears to that. Do you remember what it was like when you found out that the season was going to be postponed? Take us through just the emotions of knowing that it was over for that time being.
How do you say that?
Demoralizing.
Demoralizing. Yeah. You know, it's the only thing I knew what to do. Knew to do. Like I've been doing that since I was 3 years old. Knowing that hockey could be done for a long time, it was really sad for me. And yeah.
So during the shutdown, was there anything you did to stay in shape, and how were you able to keep yourself motivated going forward to the future during COVID?
We had this guy that was doing ice times, so I had a couple ice times a week, and me and my brother did a tournament in Montreal. It was called the Montreal Meltdown. I'm sure I got a couple eyes over there that brought me some other places now, but yeah, that's what I did during that time.
And one thing that I think is worth mentioning now here in our interview is, Don, when you were up in Canada, you spoke fluent French, and you kind of learned English through your playing experience and through playing with these teams. So let's talk about the language barrier for a second. So when going to a place and people are speaking English, how were you able to adapt and pick up on that? Was it a difficult thing? Did it come naturally, or was it just because everybody was talking hockey, you were able to figure out what certain things meant?
It was definitely difficult. I was young, so I had to pick it up pretty quickly. But yeah, you know, coming from a French place, we didn't really speak English.
Yeah.
And then I had to move, you know, to Moncton, and then pretty much everyone there speaks English.
And you're pretty good at it now. You picked it up yourself.
But you know, people think like, oh, he's got to be English, like he's got a good accent or whatever. Like, I learned it from English people, so I have their accent, I guess. You know, I still mess it up sometimes. Still don't know. Sometimes the expressions and stuff, I don't know what it is, but
yeah. Well, it's better than Amy Royer, at
Oh,
least.
my
Poor
God.
Amy. Poor Amy. He'll start to get there,
I love
but
the kid,
he's
but-
struggling here early on with his English.
He does.
But after COVID, Don, you joined the Northern Moose U18 AAA team. 15 goals, 5 assists in 21 games played for them. Could you sense the competition beginning to get a little more difficult as you got older? Could you start to feel people being more similar as opposed to you standing out?
Yeah, it was definitely harder, you know, going to. Well, then I had to move away for that. That was my first time moving away from home to go play hockey. It was actually fun. It was definitely harder. Guys were actually getting serious to play hockey, playing hockey and stuff. It wasn't just like lollygagging around. But it was more fun, you know. It was more serious. People wanted to play hockey, wanted to be there. So yeah, it was fun.
It's always great when everybody around you is motivated, but how were you able to play at that higher standard? Were there any challenges that you faced, or do you feel like you're able to play to the competition and meet their skill level?
The only thing I struggled a bit was with size. I was always on the smaller size. You know, I could still put up points. It's just, you know, I used to get scared about bigger guys getting, like, you know, being in my way or absolutely destroying me. But yeah, other than that, I was fine.
Okay, so shifting gears now, 2022-2023, you were the Summerside Western Capitals of the MJAHL. 7 goals, 17 assists, and 50 games played there. Traditionally, up until this point in your career, you were more of a goal scorer than an assist guy. What made your mentality sort of shift to pass first, or was it just more difficult to score? Did you feel your game developed in some way more towards the passing side?
It was definitely more difficult. I just wanted to be on the team, so I just listened to my coach. All he said was like, just get it in the other zone, dump it, chase it, get a whistle change. That was my job, and I just did that. You know, I didn't want to make my coach mad or anything, but yeah, it did change my game a bit, and I love it now. I got two sides of the game. I can play rough. I can, you know, just put it deep, go get the puck, bang bodies, or if I want to switch it, I can just go and grab a couple goals.
Well, I'm sure that coach yours was pretty psyched to see your 3 assists in your professional debut. We'll get to that a little more later. But how do you consider your play style? As a playmaker, a goal scorer, all-around two-way guy? Like, what would you classify your game as?
I'd say I'm more of a all-around guy. I don't have the big shot like most people do in this league. I don't have the best hands. I don't have the best skating, but I'll just,
Grinder.
yeah, like I'll just, whatever coach wants me to do, if he wants me to go hit people, he wants me to start making more passes or shoot the puck more, I'll do it. And for some reason, it just works. If you want me to score more goals, I'll score more goals. If he wants me to make more passes, I'll make more passes. If he asks me to go hit
The
bodies,
yes man.
if he just asks me to go hit bodies and I try to score, it just doesn't work sometimes. I don't know why. Yeah.
It's a coach's dream, having a yes man on their team. You say I do. But from 2023 to 2025, you're a 2-year member of the Hearst Lumberjacks and the NOJHL. And that spanned your over point a game with 40 goals and 52 assists in 80 contests. When did you decide that you wanted to start pursuing professional hockey? Was it something that you had premeditated, or it was a dream, or when did it start to become like, okay, this is something I could see myself doing at a professional level?
Honestly, I always had the mentality of if I want to go somewhere, I have to live the moment in the moment. So I knew that if I wanted to go somewhere, I had to do the best I could in that moment. I didn't really think about the future. I just thought about the present, honestly. So, doing the best I could in that season, and then, hoping for the best for the next season.
So we've already talked about your development a little bit and things that you notice kind of expand and grow in your game. But did you have any accomplishments that you took pride in up until 2023? Of course, it's crazy to say, but you're only about 18 at the time. I'm starting to feel old myself here, but was there any accomplishments? Did you win anything? Were you ever credited or given any awards or something like that?
In that U15 team, I had the I was top scorer, top most assists, most points. I was first line All-Star. That year was a big year for me. I take that with pride. But other than that, just proving people wrong, saying that I couldn't, and then now I'm here and I love it.
It's the best thing in sports is proving people wrong. I'm sure Rahul Sharma, who's walking, would tell you the same thing. That's one of the things that's been driving him. But at the beginning of this season, so now we're up to 2026, or 2025-2026 season, you're with the Tottenham Railers of the GMHL, the affiliate of the Breakers, as we now know, logging 23 goals and 14 assists in 26 games. Did it ever occur to you, was it something that was in the back of your mind that you could get a call up to the FPHL, or were you just doing your thing there, trying to give it your all, and then all of a sudden, Penner came calling?
Well, funny story, before this year, I actually hung up my boots. So I was home working, I was done. One day, I just got a text on Instagram, randomly at like 4, and I opened it. It's like, do you want to play hockey again? I'm like, 21 years old. I'm like, I'm starting life. Like, I don't know if I should. And he's like, I could get you a call up for like the FPHL and stuff. I'm like, this is my chance, So I said, all right, yeah, like I'll go up there. I went to Tottenham just for that call up, for that chance to get a call up, and I knew there was always a chance, and I did my best. It was a rough start, but yeah, we got it at the end.
And it's got to be awesome now to be sitting here doing this podcast and just thinking about that moment in time where you weren't sure which direction you were going. And to see you now go through Tottenham, find your way to the Fed, I'm sure it's a little bit more fun than your day job, probably safe to say. What were you doing back home?
I'm framing, I was building houses with my cousin.
Maybe a little bit more fun shooting pucks. Just
it definitely is.
But my next question was it a tough decision to go or stay? But if that's what motivated you from the beginning, then I think that answer is simple. That was why you were there. You were wheels up.
Oh yeah, it was definitely an easy choice.
Do you feel that farm team in Tottenham, which partnered with the Breakers before this season, prepared you for the next level, and in what ways?
Definitely did. There's guys up there that are pretty good. There's guys that are big, that could definitely be playing in this league. There's also like different type of practices. There's like skating practices that usually you don't really get. You have to do like camps to do that. That definitely helped me with my skating. But yeah, there's definitely things that I learned in Tottenham that I haven't learned before, and that gave me confidence to come up here.
As someone who, up until this point in your career, had played exclusively in Canada, was it intimidating to leave home, go to a new country, and pursue something new? Or is this just, you're traveling for hockey so much already that it doesn't really matter a different country? What was that decision like?
Well, I've been out on my house. I've been out of home for home. I say like not in my own house since I'm 17 years old. So I've gotten used to it. Honestly, it's not like if I went to Germany, let's say, and I have to learn a new language. It's pretty normal for me. It doesn't really bother me. But yeah.
Awesome. So now the big day comes. I remember picking you up from the airport with Amy. We brought Sharbs along, so I had 3 Tottenham Railers in my car. And my understanding is you didn't know Sharbs too well before coming here, but him and Amy had a bit of a relationship. So what was it like kind of meeting him, and what were your initial thoughts landing in Biloxi? Did it all kind of hit you really quick?
Yeah. So I heard a lot about Charbs. Amy was talking a lot about him, and Charbs is a big guy in Tottenham, so you heard his name no matter who you are.
He was defensive forward of the year, if I'm not mistaken,
Something like that.
GMHL or South Division.
He's got a lot of awards and stuff. So I got to know him pretty well quickly since he's a French guy. Like I'm not, I want to.
Yeah, I had no idea what was being said in that car. I was just hoping they weren't talking smack about me.
No worries. He was just happy to speak French again. Nothing bad was said. And,
Okay.
Yeah, with Amy also, he was really happy that there was another French guy. Like he's like, oh man, I'm so happy you're coming. Like in Trev's there too, I'll be able to speak French. Like some people are gonna be there for me and stuff. So it was nice for him too.
So then the big day finally came. January 9th, you make your pro debut for the Biloxi Breakers, and what a night it was. Take us through your rookie lap, doing it with your fellow Tottenham teammate Amy, and just taking in the Mississippi Coast Coliseum for the first time. What was that moment like?
It's magical, just seeing the light, like just everyone standing in the stands, going out there without a bucket with your best friend, doing a couple laps, shooting puck. It was just like realizing like, wow, like all this for this. It's really nice. It's magical. It's like finally all this hard work paid off.
And the magic would not end there. So you had 3 assists, and it might have been even 4. We might have had a stat correction, but on the books, 3 assists. You were named the 3rd star of the game, an 8-5 win. The Breakers had been on, I believe, an 8-game losing streak up until then. So then you and Amy come in, help fuel that 8-5 win. Amy had a goal and an assist as well in that game. But how were you able to hit the ground running and produce so quickly, turning the chapter now to Biloxi?
Honestly, I had the good side of the jitters, Some people have the bad side, they can't do anything about it. I just got lucky. I just passed the puck to my teammates, and they just put it in the net, Nothing crazy. I didn't do anything crazy to do it. Just pass the puck to the guys that were open, and they just bang pucks in.
It was a great win, and it had been quite some time since the Breakers had won at home. So after the win, of course, everybody went and saluted the crowd and went around the glass, tapping sticks, saluting the crowd. Just take us through that. Going around with Amy, we got some incredible pictures as well. So that professional debut for you is forever immortalized. But going around with Amy, just kind of taking it all in. Was it an emotional moment? Just what was going through your head?
I was definitely emotional. Like after the game. Like I shed a couple tears, I'll say it. It's just like, oh, finally, like all these guys are happy to have us, like also winning. These guys, like all the team was like, oh, finally, like, we're not getting like random guys. Like these guys want to play, they want to be here, and doing the lap with Amy was like, it's nice to be here. We feel accepted, and seeing all the crowd get up and bang on the glass for us is really nice.
Yeah, it was awesome to be a part of and to be able to call that win. But a week later, you score your first professional goal versus Monroe at home, of all teams, that juggernaut. But take us through that sequence and how it felt to get the monkey off your back in just your 4th game.
So, I think somebody got either injured or he went in the box or something. And then Pinner was like, okay, you're going on the power play. I was like, oh my God, this is my chance. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? And then he's like, just go up the wall, go down, get the pass, and then just shoot it. I'm like, you don't want me to do anything else? He goes, no, just shoot it. I'm like, all right. So I go up, I get the pass from I think it was Lair, and I just look top right. That I got a wide open goal. I just shoot it, and I just see the puck hit the back of the net. And I'm like, oh my god, no way! Like this is, like I love that. I love swimming from that spot. It's really nice. And
It's
I
awesome.
and then you know, I had the choo choo celly going.
Yeah.
Guys wanted me to do it for the guys back home.
Little
so.
nod to Tottenham, of course, the Railers.
Choo choo.
But yeah, that was an incredible goal, and I believe it made it 2-1 Breakers at the time at home in front of Monroe. So the crowd was really into it. It was a timely goal and a big one. But what are some things that you enjoy doing in your downtime here in Biloxi when you're off the ice? What are some things that grab your interest?
Definitely the pickleball court. I love playing pickleball. There's a pool right beside it, so we lay by the pool. Play some pickleball, sometimes go to the gym, or just, you know, hang out with the guys.
Yep.
We all live together, so there's never nothing to do. But definitely pickleball, yeah.
What kind of bond has it been with your teammates? You mentioned getting to hang out with them now and then, playing cards, just whatever you're doing, watching a movie. Has it been nice and a welcoming feeling blending in now to this Breakers team?
It's definitely been welcoming. There's no guys that make you feel down. They're all pushing you up, want to see you succeed. They're really, how could I say this? They really want me to be there, and that makes me.
You feel valued.
I feel valued. You know, I feel like it doesn't bring me down. It makes me more confident, and then yeah, it doesn't stress me when I'm around them. So I don't feel like I'm stepping on eggshells. You know, I can do whatever I want, and then. I'm not stupid, you know, like I don't want to do anything stupid to piss them off, but yeah, I love the guys. They're really
Awesome.
nice.
What's it been like playing for Charlie Pens and Brett Riley? Of course, Brett's more the strength coach, but on the bench is the assistant as well. What's it been like playing for those two guys?
It's different, you know. They don't yell much. You know, they're really like, you know, they'll say nothing on the bench, but in the room, like they'll tell us, and I feel like a lot of teams, the teams I played for, they didn't really do that, and it's nice. I like it. You know, it's like more professional outside, and then inside it's like, okay, like you gotta wake up, you know, and I like that. Yeah.
Awesome. A couple more questions here. How is the FPHL different from other stops you've taken in your career, albeit all up in Canada? But what differences have you noticed now playing at the professional level in the Fed here in Biloxi?
Well, that's a tough one.
Sure, a much more physical game. You might see a few more cheap shots than you'd see in juniors up home.
Actually, being a small player, there's not a lot of cheap shots. The boards makes the hit way, like they don't feel as hard.
Right.
You know, in juniors the boards don't bounce. They're like rock solid. So anything that gets in the boards, you feel it. You know, and being one of the top players in juniors. You get targeted. You know, people wanting you off the ice, so anything that could get off your game, they try to do it. But it is still rough here, and but I like it. You know, I don't mind it. I don't mind.
And you were mixing it up a couple weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, running around hitting guys. I know in Athens too, you had a couple hits.
Oh yeah.
But also, one other quick question that I'm going to ad-lib in here. How's my Celebu? Do I say it correctly? I'm
it's
working
great.
on it. It rhymes. I like that it
great.
rhymes.
I love it.
Celebu Veilleux. And speaking of which, any special shout-out you want to give? I'm going to let you take the floor in French as long as you promise me you don't swear. But I know you're going to have a bunch of family watching, so if you want to speak to them in your native language, by all means.
For sure. Je veux shout out mes coachs que j'avais avant. Je veux shout out Paulis Chambellan, mon coach de U18. Je veux shout out mon coach de Summerside, Billy McQuegan. Et Marc-Alain Béjean, mon coach de Hearst Lumberjack. J'ai allé à tous mes amis à la maison, mes parents, ma girlfriend, mes grands-parents, allô tout le monde. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's great. I can't wait to go listen and try and translate it, but it's always great to be able to give back and say some things to people who've helped you get to where you are. And then the final stop here on our interview, the train will stop with a message to the fans, what you'd like to say to Breaker Nation. The floor is yours.
I just want to say thank you for everyone watching us. It feels good to see you guys at the rink. You know, it makes us push ourselves more. And yeah, thank you so much.
All right, that's DonHeaven Veilleux, the forward, number 95 for the Breakers. 3 goals and 4 assists for him as a Breaker this season. He'll be looking to add to that through 10 games now in his professional career. But Don, thanks so much for joining me on episode 27, and I'll be back in a moment to wrap up another episode of Breaker Banter. A huge thank you to DonHeaven Veilleux for joining me on the panel here for episode 27 of Breaker Banter. It was awesome to see how he's got to this point of his career, and I think it's a great story of perseverance and how he took a leap of faith with the Breakers farm system and wound up here in the FPHL. So shout out to Tottenham and all the guys with the Railers back there. It's been great. You gave us a good one and a great teammate and an even better guy. So thanks so much. Great interview with Don. But again, this upcoming weekend, 2 games with the Topeka Scarecrows. Breakers have 4 straight more home games before they hit the road again. It'll be 2 on Thursday and Friday against Topeka, 7 o'clock puck drop. On Friday, the first 2,000 fans at the South, which is the main entrance to the Coliseum, will receive Mardi Gras beads, courtesy of the Lazy Oak in Ocean Springs. And then the following weekend, the Breakers are actually going to have 9 days off in between games. It'll be a Saturday-Sunday series with Rascal Flats in town on Thursday. So on Saturday, a 7 o'clock game against the Blue Ridge Bobcats, who they have not faced this season, an interdivision clash. And then on Sunday, a 4 o'clock matinee at the Coliseum. We hope you can join us. You can get your tickets online at Ticketmaster. But as I always suggest, go to the box office, pay the cheaper fees, and get them right there in person all the way up until the day of the game. And then you can get them on your way in if need be. But once again, a huge thank you to Don for joining me on the panel here. A lot of exciting stuff as we approach Mardi Gras season here in Biloxi. Great time to be down in the South. But that just about wraps it up for myself, Devin Dobek from the Hard Rock Cafe in Biloxi. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. We got Fat Tuesday off, so Fat Tuesday, no episode next week. But February 24th, we'll be back for Breaker Banter right here at the Hard Rock, and I'll see you then.